Om. Om. Casting now a circle into which I step into, free of ego, thought, and emotion, to be a clear channel for the messages that wish to come through, in accordance with the will of the utmost high, for the highest benefit of all who tap in, tune in to receive these messages. May the messages come through with clarity and cohesion, and may the messages integrate with ease, grace, love, light, harmony, balance, peace, joy, and love. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for waking up today. I am Drasmin, and this is Dragom Oracle. And today's pick a card reading has a message from your body. Oh, and this is a message about what is not allowing you to feel safe in the body, how to create safety in the body, and what is a gift. How does safety show up for you in the body? And I pre-shuffled and selected the three options for this gift of when you feel safe in your mind, your heart, your body, your nervous system, and everything is working as a symbiotic unit, as a cohesive whole. How does safety show up for you? And so there are three options here of how that safety shows up for you that I already pulled ahead of time. And I'm going to pull the tarot messages for these groups live with you so you can see the process. And then I'm also going to pull live with you a bonus love note from the Well-Being Oracle by Abraham Hicks. Okay, so before we select our piles, some quick, notes here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you to everyone who has been liking, commenting, sharing, sending me private messages. I'm grateful for all the new subscribers and all the returning allies. Your presence and continued support helps me grow on this channel. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the cash and financial donations that came through, deeply, deeply received. This would be a good time, if you are not subscribed to the channel, to go ahead and hit the like or the subscribe button, or come back at the end. Hopefully I remember to make that a point at the end of the reading, because once I start channeling, I go into this flow and then I close the circle and then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't give that announcement. So I'm making it now. And all of your likes and comments really helps the algorithm, I believe is that word that they use, to get more suggestions of this video out to the public. So thank you again, everyone who has been liking and commenting and sharing. It has been helping me grow. I've been seeing the numbers grow, and this is really exciting, because I am doing these weekly pick a card deep dives with you. The messages do show up a little earlier in my Facebook group, the Thriving HSP Portal. It's a free public page. It's a free public page, private group, excuse me. And I post content about 5-6 days a week in there, sharing with you different tips and ways of how to thrive in the being experience and how to tap into and anchor and amplify your highest potential in this human experience. All right. And earlier today, as I'm recording this, it is November 6th. This reading is going to come out on YouTube on the 7th. But as I'm recording this a few hours ago, I went live in the Thriving HSP portal, and I did a little talk around the astro forecast for November, for the month ahead, as well as a deeper dive into the energies of the week ahead. And I do go live every Monday in the Thriving HSP portal to say hi, to check in, to answer any of your questions. So that's a really good time to come meet me, talk to me, ask your questions. And then I pull some cards for the week ahead, do a little energy clearing, and then send you off towards your workflow week with so much love and gratitude for you and all of life. Okay, enough prattling around over here, Miss Drasmin. So we have 3 options. So let's start with a breath. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So in this place of clear, calm, centeredness, let your intuition, let that soft, subtle ping rise within you of whether you are called to option 1, option 2, and option 3. There may be messages for you in 1, 2, or even all 3 of the piles. Do take what resonates. Take the messages that align with you, leave the rest. This is a general reading, tapping into a collective energy. If you are interested in a private reading on this topic or any other topics I've done on my channel, or just on a personal question you have, all of my readings I offer on a donation basis. I have limited availability every month. So get on that. We are just starting November, and so I have a couple of seats still open available for you. And just email me and send your donation. The information for how to do all of that is in the description box below. Okay. And what you get for your reading is a pre-recorded YouTube link with the similar layout where I go through the cards, I answer your questions. If you want to do a Zoom option with me as well, there is a minimum donation for that. Again, all of that is in the details below. All right, loves? So 1, 2, or 3. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so option number 1, the gift and how safety shows up for you is this beautiful card right here. Can you see that image of this person upside down, hanging on the stick, just joyful and happy? And the message is, the setting sun sings the song of unmaking. You know, my first intuition when I'm looking at the colors of this card, the images, the numbers, the words, how safety shows up in your body is this energy of joyfulness, of, you ever see that little child that's just kind of like humming along and, dancing through a field of flowers or down the grocery store in the farmer's market, and they're just like, just singing to everything that their hands touch. Just a very sweet, carefree, joyous, little quiet, right? It's like, it's more of a bubbling song is what I'm getting. It's like, they're like having these songs and conversations within their heads, but they're humming it out loud, and they're just really sweet and innocent and playful. And that's the initial like ping that I'm getting with you, group 1, is the feeling of safety for you feels like this bubbly, I'm just gonna sing sweet little love songs to everything that I see and touch within my eye level and hand level. And it just makes me feel like I'm just connected with everything. And I really enjoy also, just the feeling of just running around on the grass barefoot, and swinging from a tree on a warm summer day with a cool breeze. It's just, that's the feeling that I get for you, group one. Okay. So I'll read from the book towards the end. It's right there. Okay, so let's start with, what is your current overall energy? Okay, what is your current overall energy? Okay, Four of Pentacles, really holding on, grasping, clenching, afraid to share your resources, your time, your energy, your love, your happiness, your joy, your peace. It's almost like and we're going to get a few more cards here in a moment, but like, this is your overall energy, just like almost like hoarding your energy to a point where it's unhealthy, where it feels like now you're just, blocking yourself from feeling your own joy because there's this fear of losing, parts of yourself, even though, sweet love, you can never really lose yourself, right? It is simply life stuff that gets piled on. And so this is the overall energy, Four of Pentacles, really just holding on to what you have and being scared to share what you have, because there's some kind of distortion or perception that if you share or give of what you have, then you're not going to have any for yourself, or that it won't be appreciated, or something to that effect. Okay, so that's the overall energy. Now let's look at the biggest block in your mind, heart, body, and energy, which is your nervous system. Mind, Four of Wands, heart, King of Cups, body, Six of Wands, and energy, nervous system, Nine of Swords. Okay. So I'm going to now pull the cards for how to support you, in your mind, your heart, your body, your energy, your nervous system, and as an overall. Okay, mind. We get the Judgment card. Heart, we get the High Priestess, the Intuition, the Divine Mother. Body. We get the Nine of Cups. And then energy, nervous system. We get balance. And as the overall way to support you, to come back to this feeling of playful love for all of life. Okay, the King of Pentacles, interesting and makes perfect sense. Okay, top of the deck, we have the Chariot on the inner side. So, this is what we're doing right now. We're shifting the energy, we're moving the energy. And the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man, which is about seeing the bigger picture. So we're going to see the bigger picture of what's going on inside. Okay, so group one, your overall energy is this Four of Pentacles, okay? Just holding on really tightly. So in the mind, we have the Four of Wands, okay? So the Four of Wands talks about stability and structure, okay? So what you're blocked in, your mental block, is not feeling like you have safety within your home, within your environment, okay? Feeling like you're the place where you can go to rest at the end of the day, where you go to prepare your meals, where you go to, just relax and unwind from the responsibilities of being an adult. It's like there's this fear that it's not gonna stabilize for you, or perhaps there's interference from, housemates or, other people that you live with. Okay. So this mental block of just not feeling like you can be yourself, okay, feeling like you can't be yourself in your own home is adding to this energy of holding on to whatever's, you can get your little hands on that comfort you, even if that comfort is a temporary comfort. Okay. You keep just going for those easy, quick fixes instead of addressing this mental block. So how do we eliminate this mental block? Okay. So we see the judgment card on the inside. So this means that you first need to make decisions around whether what you are thinking is a truth or not, okay? And the best way to do this, the best way to discern if something is an inner truth or not, and I go into this in both of my programs. Actually, I go into this practice called the poison dump. Okay. And I offer this poison dump exercise in a couple of my offerings. One is 33 days to get your ship together. Yes, I auto-corrected there. And the other is 13 weeks to ignite your highest potential. But in both of those courses, we talk about mental repatterning, right? We talk about restructuring those stories that we have been programmed and then taken on it as our personal truths. So the poison dump is where you just start dumping everything that's going on in your mind, okay? All of these feelings of not feeling safe in your home, in your environment, in your body, of not being seen, like I'm not seen, I'm not loved, I'm not supported, nobody cares what I want, nobody knows what I think, all of that, just dumping it out in a poison diary. Okay. 20, making that decision to get it out of your head. Okay. 20 is about big decisions and changes. Okay. So the first decision, poison dump all of those thoughts out. No filter, no editing, no going back to reread. Just we are getting the trash out of the mind. Okay. And then there is a balancing practice of that, because there's two, right? There's 2, 0, 20, 2 is the balance. Okay. One is the oneness. Oneness is made of duality. So the balance for the poison dump practice is now you write, and this is your consistent daily practice. Okay. The poison dump happens anytime, anywhere, for as long as you need it. I did that practice for almost 9 years before I didn't need to do the practice anymore. So I had 9 years of rubbish in my mind that I needed to get out before I was able to feel stable and safe enough in my mind. Okay. So I've done it. I know it works. And so I know it'll work for you. So you get all the poison out, and then every day you write 3 sentences that are true around what makes you feel safe in the body. I am loved. I have friends who support me and appreciate me. I have a job that, pays me well to have a beautiful home. Whatever those empowering beliefs are, it's time to rewrite your story, right? Because everything starts in the mind, but it doesn't just stop there, right? There's all of these other aspects as well. But this is your first step: judgment, making those judgment calls to yourself of where you are not at harmony with the father, being your own father, being your own mother, and being that sweet little playful child that I was feeling the energy of through in this card. Okay. And the sun is here. So lighting that fire within you, illuminating you, you have that clarity within you because you are the sun. And then the totem of, the eagle here, the eagle is about clear sight, seeing the distance, okay, seeing far off into the horizon, being able to commit to rewriting these stories. Okay. And I find it interesting that the 4 of Wands in this deck says completion, right? Because that's what you want. You want to complete the cycle where your own mind is not working with you because you have chosen to give your power away. So you have to take your power back, okay, on working out those kinks within your mind instead of holding on to these illusions, okay? The things outside of you, because you're holding on. Pentacles is the external, the material, tangible things, okay? So you got to let go of things that you're holding on outside of you that provide you a false sense of security and stability, and look really at those poisons inside of you that isn't even your truth, okay? So that is the first part of how to create safety in the body. This is specifically for the mental body, okay? Now let's look at the emotional body. What's blocking you in the emotional body is the King of Cups. This tells me that you are an extremely loving person, group one. Like, you have so much love to give, and you're just like naturally a lover of life. You appreciate appreciation. You love romance. You love love. You love, happiness and joy and peace and goodness. You always strive, to stay calm and loving and compassionate. Like, you have a lot of just giving love energy, but perhaps because, you weren't encouraged in that as a child, or perhaps you shared love with somebody and they didn't appreciate you for it, or they abused you, and your giving heart, now you're just hiding behind your possessions and your responsibilities. You're hiding behind your work or your chores or your hobbies, or whatever superficial things. You're hiding behind that because of whatever you went through that is now not letting you just express that, okay? But your innate state is this King of Cups. It's like just abundant, giving, unconditionally loving energy. That's what's blocked for you right now. And so the way to unblock that is the Priestess on the external, which means doing meditation every day, sitting and listening to your heart, having a conversation with your heart every single day is going to help you. So once you do your poison dump, okay, perhaps you can ask your heart, hey, little heart, what is my truth today? How is my heart doing today? And then your heart might say, I'm feeling a little scared right now. Or, I'm feeling really happy right now. Or, I'm very curious about something, okay? So daily conversations with your heart, learning how to listen to those soft whispers that come from your heart. That's your feminine voice, those soft whispers of how to love yourself more, okay? Instead of projecting that outside of you or looking for that outside of you, or not allowing that to even come from outside of you because you're so blocked within. And perhaps you might want that, but you're putting on this facade that you don't. Take some time to just connect with your own sweet feminine nature. Some of the ways to tap into feminine energy is movement and dance, okay? Everybody loves to dance, okay? Even ants and babies and crickets, dance is a universal language. So, if you're not a public dancer, nobody has to know. I don't have to know. I mean, if you want to send me a message about it, I will celebrate you, like, way to go. But one of the ways to nourish the feminine energy is through movement, okay? Because the feminine energy is a very fluid energy. So when it's a very water energy, it's a very nourishing energy, it's a very nurturing quality, okay? So movement is one way, and then I'll give you two other ways. Another way is good smells, okay? Like having good candles, good incense, essential oils, a diffuser in your house. Good smells are another way to invite your feminine energy, okay? Put on some soft, sensual music, turn on some candles or light some incense, and just do a little dance party, okay? Maybe invite your pet or your kids or your companion or, even some friends, and have a little dance party. That's another way that you can nurture your feminine energy. And doing that on the daily is going to help you reconnect with this unconditionally loving energy and being that you are. And then the third way that you can nurture the feminine energy is by getting creative. Okay, what does that look like? Baking, sewing, knitting, crocheting, arranging flowers, mending socks, painting, writing a poem, writing a story, creating a collage, playing on some drums, taking a music class, taking a dance class, anything that gets your creativity going, that isn't work related, that isn't because you have to do it for somebody or something, right? It's not a distraction like a video game or a board game or even a puzzle, right? It's something that you are creating that's pulling energy out of you. Those three ways are ways that you can nurture that feminine energy and create more safety in your body for your feminine energy, for your water body, for your emotions, for that King of Cups, that giving, unconditionally loving aspect of you to come back. So you're not just, hiding behind the masks that you're currently wearing. Okay. So that is how to create safety in your emotional body, group 1. Now let's look at the physical body, okay? So in the physical body, we have your block as 6 of Wands, okay? So what this is telling me, group 1, is you are blocked because you are not letting yourself move forward. Okay, we have another Wands energy here. We have the 6 of Wands here, and we had the 4 of Wands that came out in the mind. Okay, so 4 plus 6 of the same suite, that's a 10. That's a completion. So there's something, a cycle that's wanting to end for you right now. The cards are telling me to tell you your higher self is coming through me, through the cards. The cards are just a way to get a message to you. They're here to say, your higher self is here to say, hey, sweetheart, you already know these mental blockages that aren't letting you move forward in your life, that aren't allowing you to embody this, unconditionally loving energy. And so by choosing to not make those decisions to move forward, because the 6 of Wands is a card about movement forward, joyfully, victorious, right? Moving onward to brighter and better things, to that which is more for you. And it's in the block position, which means that you're not letting yourself move forward for whatever reason. And so the guidance to shift that energy is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups talks about all of the things that you dream of and desire to have for your home, with a family, with a lover, with your partner, with your friends, with your band, with your choir, with your crafting group, with your reading group, with whoever. All of these relationships that you have outside of you start with that relationship that you have with yourself, right? So you have to move on, from any relationships that you have within yourself and externally that aren't allowing you to really tap into the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups basically means wishes fulfilled, okay? So fulfill your own wish by acting upon the power of your free will and choice to move forward joyously, victoriously into taking back your power, because you already know, you already have that clarity within you of what, patterns and habits, relationships, situationships, etc., need to exit your life, because that judgment came out here. Like, you already have that clarity so that you can move towards that which does, bring you peace and make your heart grin. Okay. And then the last aspect of how to create safety in the body, we're looking at the nervous system, the energy, okay? And in the energy field, there's the 9 of Swords. So this energy right here, this mental energy, okay, of the Four of Wands has created this pattern in your nervous system that's keeping you up at night, that's making you go crazy in those spiral loops of overthinking, of questioning, of reevaluating, of, oh my God, did I say the right thing? Maybe I should have done this. Maybe I could have done that. Oh my gosh, if I was smarter, if I was stronger, if I was this, if this, if that, if this, if that. It's like it's like this indecision, okay? This indecision right here, okay? This indecision to accept your own truth and make those empowered choices. This indecision, this refusal to accept that you are love, here to love and be loved, has created this pattern in your nervous system where even when you tell yourself something, okay, it's not enough, because you have to consistently do the work. Like, it takes years, okay, to rewire and repattern the nervous system. And you have to show up for it daily. Okay, just like you charge your phone daily or it wouldn't work, you know, you got to use it carefully. You can't just throw it in a tub or just let it sit in the sun all day, because if you let it sit in the sun, it's going to overheat. It's going to need time to cool down. If you throw it in a tub of water, you know, it will probably fritz the phone, or you might be lucky, right? You can't abuse the phone, and you got to take care of it. So in the same way, you can't abuse your nervous system. You got to take care of it, right? And so Nine of Swords is that energy of, you have created by your own resistance to trusting your intuition and making those empowered choices to move forward when things, you know, reach its completion. There is a rot happening in your nervous system that's creating cruelty, right? It's creating insomnia for you. It's creating depression for you. It's feeding addiction. Okay, Nine of Swords is the energy of just chaos in the mind and the heart, and depression and addiction and confusion. Okay, and what is the guidance of how to shift that energy? Balance on the outside, meaning, again, reaffirming this message of, you need to make those choices of your home life. Okay, we just had Saturn go direct, and I talked about that in my astro forecast for the month. Saturn is all about structure, discipline, karma, reaping what we sow. So you got to make steps every single day to bring more balance into your daily life. I have a course called 5 Practical Steps to Be Here Now. You know, these are 5 steps to bring balance and harmony into your life right here, right now. Okay, so I'll put the link to that in the description box. And if I forget, you know, just comment and remind me. But there are 5 easy practical steps that you can take right now, right here, today, to begin the slow soothing of the nervous system. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? But overall, okay, overall, King of Pentacles, by taking your power back, okay? See, look at the difference between this energy and this energy. This is where you are. This is where you want to be. Calm, cool, collected, right? It's like he's like smiling here. It's nighttime. He's like glowing, you know, he's just relaxed. Do you feel the difference of energy, right? We want to get you from this like holding on to this, like, yeah, I'm super chill and relaxed, and, you know, I can just enjoy the nighttime and not be stressed out, because I have been doing the work to create more balance in my life, to rewire my nervous system, and to return me to this place of the setting sun, singing the song of the unmaking. So let's read that message from the Oracle card for you, Group 1. Okay, so most likely, you are very aware of the material constructions of your life. Holy shit. That's what this is, okay? Your home, your family, your work, your community, and your projects. And you also create formations, beliefs, and attitudes, okay? And thought patterns. Where's that other card? Yeah, and you know, thought patterns on the more subtle level of your mind. These beliefs and attitudes shape your perceptions, direct your decisions, and thus ultimately shape the course of your life. When you are drawn to this archetype, you will benefit from turning your attention towards the constructions in your mind. What have I been talking about this whole reading? The tarot was confirming how your biggest block of taking back your own power and feeling safe is your mind, is your resistance to, you know, trusting your mind, making those empowered choices, trusting your heart to lead you. You are being asked to consider whether your beliefs support your truest and strongest unfolding, or whether they limit your growth and block your ability to cultivate positive change. Consider whether your beliefs inspire you to be kind, compassionate, and understanding towards yourself and others, or whether they encourage judgment and a cold heart. You are asked to unmake any limiting beliefs and destructive attitudes. Let them set like the sun and melt into the void of infinite possibility and reform as the new dawn of fresh perspective. Wow. Wow. That just confirmed this whole reading, my sweet loves. You got to, you know, do that poison dump exercise. If you want an ally, you know, for the next 33 days or even for the next 13 weeks to be here with you through this journey of, you know, repatterning your mind and soothing your nervous system, reach out to me. Let's book a free discovery call and see if we're a good fit for each other. Okay, there it is. Last sweet little love note from the well-being deck from your body is, as I breathe deeply, I find myself, I feel myself thrive, excuse me. So this could be one of your daily affirmations, one of your top 3 daily affirmations, or you could say the same one 3 times. I personally like to say them 3 times, and then I have a list of them that I do every day. Okay, so thriving is as natural as breathing itself. By relaxing often, by breathing deeply, my natural thriving is enhanced. As I breathe deeply, I feel myself thriving. This is thriving energy. Breathing deeply, relaxed, very at home in your environment, feeling safe in your body, feeling joyful, feeling connected with all of life. You are the author in the story of your own life, beloved one. You are always safe in your body. And I hope these messages resonate with you and you take the guidance forward to do the soul work slowly but surely to come back to your innate state of peaceful, loving, thriving being. Thank you so much, Group 1, for being here and for receiving these messages. If these messages resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like, comment, subscribe button, and turn on those notifications so you're notified of my next message reading as they come through. And thank you again for being here. And now I'm closing Group 1. And shifting the energy for the next reading. So perhaps I'll see you in another reading or in my next pile. Hi there, group 2. Thank you for being here. If you felt drawn to this pile, then this is the message for you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so group 2, your message of how safety shows up for you in the body is this image right here, number 301, the self-seeing eye. Okay, so immediately what I got from this message is that you, group 2, are very sensitive souls. Okay, like if you look at this image, okay, it looks like this, whatever this artist drew here is like paper thin. Okay, like almost like webbed or washed out. Okay, so the intuitive message that I'm getting, you know, when you feel safe in your body, you feel like you're floating. You feel like you're almost like have this sense of transparency. You are very in tune with your intuition. It's like you sense and feel and know things right before they're going to happen, or even, you know, days, months, years in advance. Okay, it's like you have this clear, still water like energy within you. And when you feel safety in your body, you feel you have this awareness of how you can, you know, uh, be a witness to what is going on in the world and what, you know, the different possibilities and potentialities that your gifts help let you tap into without losing your sense of self. Okay, you feel like you're just in your power, in your inner knowing, and you're very calm and graceful about it. Okay, that's the energy that I get for you, group 2. You're very graceful and you know, just aware when you are feeling safe and grounded in your body. Okay, so let's look at the tarot and find out what is your overall energy right now, group 2. What is your overall energy? Okay, the High Priestess comes out. This is perfect card to come with that, because the High Priestess is that energy of intuition, of clear knowing, of spiritual gifts, of psychic gifts. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, group 2, if you are my intuitive group. You are my psychics, my spiritual leaders and healers, the clairs. You know, this is your group. If this is resonating for you, fantastic. So this is your overall energy. It's like, you know, deep down that you are of this world and yet not of this world. You have this deep sense of knowledge and knowing of the interconnectedness of life, of the parallels of past, present, and future, and how we can, quote unquote, predict the future by, you know, observing. The priestess energy is an energy of sit back and witness. Okay, that's the overall energy. So let's look at What might potentially be blocking you from really embodying this energy, okay? Because the overall energy is a priestess, and that's how you feel when you feel safe in the body. And yet here we are in this reading, right? So clearly there's something going on that may not be allowing you to feel fully tapped into this. So let's dive deeper. Okay, so what's the biggest block in the mind? Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm seeing it. In the body. Knight of Swords. Whoa, 2 knights. Okay. An absence of action. Okay, what about the heart? The wheel. Wow, group 2. This is intense. I love it. And I was thinking about the energy, the nervous system, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in the nervous system. I just got this crazy like flash. So this could be a message for a few of you where, this coming out in the energy system, I just got this flash of there's some kind of past life trauma that imprinted in your nervous system around sharing or trusting your gifts that is causing all of these other blockages in your mental, physical, and emotional body. Okay, we're going to dive into this, but I just saw I just got like a huge wave of past life energy. So there's this, then this came out, Queen of Discs in the energy for the nervous system. So before I continue talking, okay, let me pull the rest of the cards. But yes, the messages are very clear. I'm seeing it. Self-seeing eye. I'm seeing it. I'm hearing it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that for some of you, group 2, you may have a block in your throat chakra. My throat just got really like scratchy and warm, and like I'm having a little hard time talking. Give me a second. Okay. So group 2, like I'm getting the sense like you have some blockages around your throat. You might have cords. I do offer, outside of my coaching programs, I offer standalone sessions or group session bundles, and cord cutting, psychic surgery, integration of past lives is something I offer hybrid, so either remote or in person where I live in Oregon. Okay, so let's look at how to support you. Okay, so let's look at how to support the mental body, please. Okay, Ace of Wands on the outer. Ace of Wands coming out for the Knight of Wands. That is just really clear for those of you who read tarot. And for those of you who don't, it's okay. I'll explain in a moment. Be patient. Okay. Let's look at how to support the heart. Okay, the sun on the outer. Yeah. Okay, yep, very clear. Okay, how to support the body. Woo, whoa. Calmate. One card, please. One card for the body. Oh my God, here we go. Okay. Yeah, 9 of Wands on the external. Okay. And then how to support the energy, the nervous system. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, let's keep, I felt it and then it just went away. There it is. Okay. 7 of Wands on the outer. Okay, so there's a lot of energy of expression that needs to happen. So group 2, if you have been suffering from quote unquote chronic depression your whole life, the opposite of depression is expression. Okay, depression happens when the inner reality, the inner truth of who we are does not match the outer reality. Okay, when the inner truth doesn't match the outer reality, it creates a distortion that then is diagnosed, shall we say, as depression. Okay, so let's look at the overall way that you, there it is, the Hierophant on the inner. Okay, all right, so okay, top of the deck, heartache and loss. Okay, There is deep, deep, deep wounds within you, group 2, around sharing your sensitive nature. Okay. My group, my Facebook group, Thriving HSP Portal, Highly Sensitive Power, is specifically for highly sensitives. And not all, but pretty much most highly sensitives are very tapped into, their psychic gifts and their intuitives. You don't have to be psychic, to be a highly sensitive. Most highly sensitives are psychic and intuitive. Okay. So you can be highly sensitive and not have a psychic gift or ability that's awakened within you in this current now. Not to say that that can't happen, simply pointing out that being highly sensitive is not synonymous to being psychic and intuitive. But if you are psychic and intuitive, you are definitely highly sensitive. Okay. Okay. So, oh shit, I shuffled and there was a message at the bottom of the deck and it's gone now. Okay, so I guess it's not meant to be. So it was just that top message, and then that message needed to clear out. So hence the energy. Oh, the bottom of the deck here. 9 of Swords. Okay, yeah. There's 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I felt called to see that again, confirming that energy of this deep, like, rooted trauma in your nervous system, in your energy field that, has been passed down through many lifetimes, through, inheriting DNA from your family. Like, actual science has proven that we inherit up to 14 generations of memory. So both the good and the not so good. Okay. So overall energy, you just know that you're sensitive, that you have gifts, that you're just a little quote unquote different from the normal. Okay, whatever that is, because I'm not normal. I'm a highly sensitive. Although when I do these pick a cards, more often than not, I don't read them for me, I read them for the collective. I'm just resonating with the energy of the high priestess, because I am a high priestess and I'm highly sensitive as well, and an intuitive psychic empath. So, okay, let's look at what's going on blocking you in the mental body. Knight of Wands, trusting your intuition and taking aligned action. What is the medicine for that? Ace of Wands, going for it. Trust, use your voice. Wands, I am, okay, making daily sound, whatever sounds, or you could do chakra toning sounds. I'm working on a chakra course right now, on a standalone chakra course, but going into the chakra bodies, the 7, the 13, and 22 chakra bodies are a part of my 13-week master program. And then I'll be releasing the standalone courses for that in the next year or so. But again, like, this Ace of Wands, what is Wands? It's the air. It's the first sound that comes through. Okay, Wands is sound element, the sound or the spark or that feeling. Okay, and you're blocked because the Knight is about action. It's about movement. You're not taking movement on this clear knowing and sensing within you. You have like blocked yourself. You're like, I'm not going to hear it, I'm not going to listen to it, so I'm not going to acknowledge it. But the way that you can break through this blockage is by acknowledging that, even if that's simply saying, I am, fill in your name here, and I am highly sensitive, I am highly intuitive, I am different, I am unique, I have gifts I don't yet understand, and that's okay. I have gifts and abilities I am remembering about myself. I have gifts and abilities I am learning how to trust. I have gifts and abilities that I choose to trust because they come from within me. I have gifts and abilities that I am discovering about myself. I have gifts and abilities that empower my experience in the human experience. I have gifts and abilities that are unique only to me. I have gifts and abilities that are important to, the ultimate fulfillment in my life. You see how I'm using my words and letting the sound and the words come through me to move the energy of the sound and the words. This is how you can start moving that energy for you. Start taking action by just using your mouth. Okay, you move that mental energy by getting it out of the mind. You get something out of the mind by expressing it, either verbally, journaling it out, recording it and re-listening to it. You know, sometimes that helps, especially if they're positive affirmations that you're rewriting, because then you can hear your journey of like, I don't know, maybe to, yes, this is who I am, right? That's when it's helpful. But don't record yourself poison dumping and then re-listen to that, because that is just going to that's going to be completely ineffective and actually take you steps backward. Okay, so I don't really like to I personally don't recommend voice recording. I highly recommend writing, because the way, you know, the anatomy and the neuroscience of writing impacts our brain and our nervous system is the highest and most effective thing to do for long lasting change. Typing isn't going to do shit. Recording is going to, you know, potentially make things worse. Writing or talking out loud, talking it out, perhaps seeing a counselor and just, you know, starting to like, you know, maybe join a psychic development group. That's something that I'm going to be launching soon. A weekly, or not a weekly, weekly, calm down. A monthly psychic development group is something that came through in my meditation in the last week to create a container for it. So I'm going to be working that on the next few weeks. So this is, you know, this is your mental block, not taking action on what you know, not speaking your truth. Okay, so start by speaking your truth to yourself and doing those mirror exercises to just start getting comfortable with what you already have within you. Okay, now let's look at your emotional block. So the emotional block is the Wheel of Fortune, which is about trusting your heart to lead the way. Okay, because you have these mental and physical blocks around taking action. Okay, I mean, all the blocks, they're gonna, you know, support, and you know, if you have a mental block, it's going to create blocks and everything else, because all parts of you, mind, heart, body, energy, has to work as a functional singular unit, symbiotic harmonic unit, for, you know, forward momentum to happen. So if there's a cog on one aspect, it's going to create difficulties for everything. But in the heart space, you know, you are blocked from, you know, that emotion, though your emotions are blocked because of these mental blockages, and the physical blockages here we'll talk in a moment. Okay, and the way to work through that block is by doing more things that connect you with your inner child. Okay, like think back to when you were when you were young, and before, you know, life responsibilities came in, before perhaps, you know, you started to realize that you're just a little bit different from, you know, most people, before your awakening happened, before your dark night of the soul happened, you know, before all of that, when you were just a child, how did you connect with life? How did you connect with joy? How did you connect with innocence? You know, did you um did you like to play in the sand? You know, maybe you can get a Zen garden. Did you like to color? Did you like to, you know, play dress up and have little tea parties? You know, I personally have date nights with my inner child at least twice a month. Okay, that's my commitment, and how I have built trust with my inner child in the development of my psychic and intuitive gifts is by you know, I literally have it in my calendar scheduled, date night with, and then my little inner child's name, because my inner child has a name. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I have date night with blank scheduled into my calendar twice a month. And, you know, that's the time where we can just get really silly. Okay, I'll share with you a little bit of what I do with my inner child. We put on cozies and comfies, we get all the yummy snacks, and then we get all the squishy toys, we make a little fort, and we watch silly movies together and just snack. That's one way I've had a hangout with my inner child. Another time we went out into the field and we just crawled around in the grass for an hour, collecting flowers and then laying them out in a row and counting them out. There were 111 of them. We had a wonderful time. It was awesome. Okay, so it's just about like frivolous, lighthearted play, just tapping into that fun. And the more more you tap into that fun, the more that's going to start releasing that energy in your heart that's ready to take action and move forward in your life with these really powerful and strong gifts of all clear seeing and knowing that you have, that you were born with. Okay. The next aspect we're looking at is the body. How are you blocked in the body? Knight of Swords, another action card. Okay, we had this action card here. Knight action, wands, intuition, arrows, mind, trusting your intuition to speak your truth and take forward in the physical, because this came out as the physical body card, right? So trusting your intuition, using the power of your words to express your needs, to express your desires, to express your gift, to bring that out of you into the world. Okay, so how do we shift this blockage? We get 9 of Wands on the outer. It starts by having an ally. Like, you literally, group 2, need somebody in the physical world that you can talk to about your physical gifts. I mean, your intuitive gifts. Maybe you have physical gifts as well, you know, like levitation, or, you know, drawing objects to you through the magnetic, you know, through heightened awareness of the magnetic currents and your abilities. So, you know, you could have physical abilities as well within you that you may have had dreams about, or maybe you had like a really intense journey with a psychedelic plant, and, you know, that awakened that within you. I know I have the ability to levitate objects and to manipulate sound wave currents when I'm really tapped into my gifts. Is it fully developed? No, I got a lot of work to do myself. And that's part of, you know, why I'm going to be developing and creating a container for psychic development once a month. So 9 of Wands coming out with the Knight of Swords, 9 of Wands with the Knight of Swords is saying, like, lean more into your feminine energy, as well as have some external support to help you with softening into your own gifts. Okay, you need to let your defensiveness down. You need to drop your walls and lean into somebody that you love and trust, who you know encourages and empowers you, and, you know, really nourishes you in that soul tender space. Okay, not some, hopefully you don't hang out with people that, you know, don't encourage and empower and support and uplift you. Simply like leaning more into your feminine energy, the masculine, you know, not fighting anymore, not resisting yourself anymore, not making excuses, no more denial or blame or guilt or shame, no more holding on, okay, just holding on so tightly, and just letting your feminine energy, water energy, heart energy, that energy within you that's ready to take action forward, that's going to really come out. The more you connect with your inner child, you probably need at least once a week, if not twice a week, date nights with your inner child. I'm just going to tell you truth right here. Okay, I am not the channel that's like, oh, here's your instant quick fix. I am a deep diving soul work quantum alchemist. Okay, meaning we go deep and we focus and we do the soul work on the DNA, energy, body, quantum level, so that we can create effective change, not just for this timeline, but it ripples back and affects all our ancestors, and ripples forward and affects all the who are yet to come. So leaning into your feminine energy, and then reaching out outside of you for a trusted companion, an ally, or even your partner, you know, and that's going to really support with expressing more of yourself. Okay, and then in the energy body, the nervous system, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles means that you know that with your intuitive gifts, with your clear inner sight and knowing, with whatever abilities that you have, you could make a shit ton of money. Okay, and, you know, I'm not saying Oprah rich. I mean, you could get Oprah rich if that's what you're calling in for your life. That's fantastic. You know, I encourage and empower you to believe, to follow, and, you know, put aligned action towards all of your dreams. I'm simply saying, like, you could live comfortably off of your psychic gifts. But in the past, again, this is going back to the initial like ping that I got when I was pulling cards for your energy. In the past, in past lives of your own lives, or in, you know, different men and women in your ancestors, in your bloodlines, you know, perhaps they had intuitive gifts. Maybe they were shamans or medicine women or psychics or healers or whatever. They were persecuted for their gifts, or, you know, they were enslaved and abused for their gifts. And so there's this trauma in, you know, in your energy body, in your nervous system, that isn't allowing you to, you know, trust yourself now. And we see that in the block with not being able to trust your intuition, not being able to use your voice. And I talked about how I was feeling a throat chakra block, like I still feel it just because I'm tapped into your reading. And that's not allowing you to create the life of your dreams, the wheel of fate, taking fate into your own life, realizing that you are the author in the story. Like, you know that in your heart, but because of this deep imprint in your energy field, that's not able to channel through. Okay. So what is the guidance of how to shift this energy? 7 of Wands, you got to let the defensiveness drop. 7 of Wands is the energy of defensiveness, okay? Letting the defensiveness down. We've talked about that in this energy as well. You know, there's defensiveness coming up in this energy. This is the card of defensiveness. You got to stop resisting yourself, my love. Ultimately, what the message is, like, you are not allowing yourself to trust yourself. That's what that Knight of Wands energy is about. You're not allowing yourself to trust yourself. And you know what? I understand. I do. I had, because I've cleared a lot of this energy out. And this is something that I can work with you as well, you know, in quantum healing sessions or in one of my coaching programs. You know, we can work together to, you know, cut these cords and rewrite the story for you. But you got to start by acknowledging, okay, that you are blocked, that you do need help, that there is something seriously, you know, deeply rooted within you. And that doesn't make you wrong or weird or sick or crazy. You know, it just means that you're a little tender, and it's going to require some courage from you to take those steps to rewrite those patterns. It's going to require you to be seen in your vulnerability, in your pain, in your mess, even if that means seeing yourself, right? So what is the overall guidance? The Hierophant came out on the inner, okay, which is what I was just saying. You got to do that work to create that safety and stability within yourself by being first honest about where you are, being honest about the fact that you are not living, you know, the Hierophant is also a spiritual leader, okay? But this card is on the inner. So right now there needs to be more focus on your inner work over sharing your intuitive gifts. Yes, you have intuitive gifts. No, now is not the time to be sharing them, because if you share your gifts, absolutely you're going to share your gifts, but because there's no safety within your body, you're going to be triggered. Okay, you're going to be easily affected and imprinted upon, and even possibly psychically attacked by whoever, you know, whatever you're helping your clients with, because you haven't created that structure of safety and stability and discipline within yourself to take care of your mind, heart, body, spirit, body, energy, and gifts. Okay, so right now you have to do that inner work, okay, to drop the defensiveness and get really comfortable with expressing your truth, and, you know, looking at whatever those traumas are. And then the clarity, you know, as you do that work, is going to come through. And then this power that's sitting in your heart that's ready to move forward will slowly reveal itself in the seasons of time, right? The wheel of time. Everything has a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And the season for you right now is to do the work to create safety in your body so you can truly ignite your highest potential from a place of empowerment. Like, look at the other side of this card. This is a spiritual leader. This is a badass. This is a, you know what? I am a direct channel to God, goddess, life source consciousness. I know my weaknesses. I know my strengths. I know when I need to take a moment to pause and recharge and rest. I know where to say no, and it's not personal. I know how to be in my empowered yes. But right now, this card is like this, meaning that you need to do that inner work within yourself to repattern and rewrite, to heal and restore your nervous system from this very damaging imprint that has perpetuated through many timelines. Okay, so let's read number 31, the self-seeing eye. From the book. Okay. When you are drawn to this archetype, you are asked, you will now benefit from turning your gaze inward. What did I just say? Inner work, with an attitude of curiosity and openness. Ask yourself daily these two reflection questions. Who are you right now? And what has changed since the last time you looked? You live in a time of fast-paced change, full of infinite distractions in the world around you. You may also feel engrossed in the many responsibilities of your work, home, projects, and family. With so much to keep up with and so much to be mesmerized by out in the world, it's natural to sometimes lose track of yourself. The archetype indicates that now is the time to catch up on your own self-care and love. That's what this card was about, catching up on your own self-love. Okay? Look at how you have changed and become fascinated with the intricate, illuminated, ever-evolving prism that is you. Wow. Whew. Okay. 2 reflection questions to ask yourself daily. Who am I right now? And what has changed since the last time I looked? And I love the last line, intricate, illuminated, ever-evolving prism that is you. Because when I started your reading group too, I was telling you that I was intuitively picking up that you're just like, when you are really tapped into safety within your body, you're like this translucent, free-flowing, trusting energy. And that's what that line just said. Wow, I love it. I love it when the tarot just confirms, and the oracle card. So because we're doing both tarot and oracle here. So let's get one final bonus love note from the well-being deck from your body. Here it is. It is contrast that puts the eternalness in eternity. Your own valuable, personal, new desire is always born from contrast. That new desire is then heard and answered by source energy. Thus begins the glorious expansion of the universe, shape-shifting itself through you as you continue to evolve and expand in the expression of your own natural beauty and desire in form. You are eternal and infinite. You have so much knowledge and wisdom within you, group 2. And now is the time for you to dedicate the season to doing that inner work. And if you want a guide and an ally and a friend to be with you through this journey, reach out to me or to somebody else. There's many spiritual guides out there. I do encourage you to use your discernment, when you're investing in somebody who's working with your energy field, and do your research. Okay, my lovelies. So that is the message for group 2. Thank you so much for being here. These messages resonated with you. Go ahead and click the like, subscribe, share button, turn on those notifications so you know when the next reading posting shows up. And until we meet again, I send you love and blessings and peace. You are important, you matter, and you belong here. Okay, group 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. If you've been with me this whole time, thank you so much for hanging out and vibing with me, whether you were listening to messages or you're just hanging out because you love hearing my voice. Thank you so much. Okay, so group 3. How does safety show up for you in the body? Okay, what is the beautiful truth hidden beneath all of those layers that are still not letting you tap into this beauty? And you got number 36, clouds pass, but the mountain remains. Okay, so group 3, I was going to say group 36. Group 3. So what I am getting for you initially is when you feel safe in your mind, heart, body, and energy. Okay, you feel rooted. You're just like, you just feel anchored. You feel ancient. You feel like a stone that's been buried in the earth, like a mountain. You have this like really like grounding, comforting energy that's just solid, that's like unshakable. It doesn't matter what the hell is going on in your daily life. Like you, okay, group 3, I get the sense that you might be the group that people come to for just like advice. Okay, like I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are the guardians of your homes, are the providers, you know, you are the leaders of your community, shall we say. You know, you are the problem solvers. Okay, you have positions of leadership or authority within your jobs and your communities, because you just emanate this quality of, it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on, this person is just going to be calm, cool, and collected. Like there could be, you know, blood all over the place and somebody seizing and spazzing out, or a terrible accident, not calling any of those into this reality or your reality, simply examples. And this, you know, you just have this energy of just being very solid. Okay, you're just solid. But that's, you tap into that energy when you feel safe within your body. Okay, so when you don't feel solid within you, then you feel a dissonance within you, and that's when things start to get a little wonky in your life, right? But this is your core energy of how safety shows up for you in the body. So let's dive a little deeper with tarot. So what is your overall energy that you're showing up as right now, group 3? Okay, 7 of Swords. Okay, feeling a bit defensive. Are we feeling like you just have to protect your shit because there's all of these fuckery going on around you, and you're just like, I am just like, I got to hold on to everything for dear life because I have all this disturbance and all this chaos around me. And it's just like, I can't breathe and I can't think, but I got to show up and I got to function because I got all these responsibilities. Like this energy is coming through me of just like super anxious. So you, my group 3, might just be feeling anxious all the time. Like when was the last time you let your shoulders just drop? Take a breath with me right now. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. One more inhale and exhale. You, my group 3, are going to benefit from some serious deep breathing, okay? Breath awareness every single day when you wake up, before you go into the day, before you grab your phone, before you jump into all the million things that you are also responsible for, because you're just this fucking bedrock within your family and your home and your work. Set your alarm 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes, and just notice your breath. That's going to help you with this intense anxiety that you're dealing with, okay? Let's dive a little deeper. What is the block in your mind? Okay, the wheel. Okay, yeah. What is the block in your heart? Number 11, the justice. Whoa, y'all. We have the block in the mind is the major arcana 10, the wheel of fortune. The block in the heart is the major arcana 11, the justice. I swear, if 12 comes out for the body, we got to have a serious talk. All right, so let's look at the body. What's the block in the body, please? Okay, 6 of Wands. All right, I'm going to calm down. I swear, I'm like picking up this like frantic, nervous energy from you. It's just like making me like, whew, people, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Let's look at what's going on with the block in the nervous system and the energy body. The moon. Okay. Unprocessed feelings. Okay. All right. We're gonna talk about this in a moment. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. I'm just gonna leave that there because I'm feeling some message coming through, but I'm not clear what the message is quite yet. Oh, okay. This is what feeds this. That's what I got. This Queen of Wands energy feeds that energy within you. It's like this sense of stability within you is fed by this absolute and total trust with your own intuition and knowing. But perhaps because that wasn't encouraged or cultivated as a child, basically trusting your emotions, trusting your yes and your no, being empowered in your yes and your no, that has created this anxiety and this defensiveness, okay? Now let's look at how to support you, mind, heart, body, energy, and overall, okay? How to support group 3 in the mind, please. Okay. King of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah, this is very clear. Okay, how to support the heart. Okay, Knight of Swords. Look at this. Knight of Swords, sword. Justice, sword. Do you already get the message? We're going to talk about it in a moment, but if that's not clear to you, you got some big feelings to work through. Okay, let's look at how to help. Okay, there's the answer for that. Okay, the Hermit, looking internally. Okay, and let's look at the energy or the nervous system. There it is. Another sword card. Yeah. Okay. And overall, how best does group 3, what is the overall message of support for group 3? Knight of I'm sorry, the prince of swords inside. Okay. Strength at the bottom of the deck. Okay, inner strength, and the top of the deck, 2 of Wands in the external. Okay, so we're going to be needing to make some decisions around your use of your daily energy. Okay, some decisions around how you use your time every day is going to be the overall thing that supports this inner work. okay? Because the overall energy of support that came through is the Prince of Swords. So it's like Prince energy is the energy of planning, okay? But you can see here that he's on this horse, right? So it brings that energy of recklessness. So the Prince energy is not to take action, okay, but to prepare for action, okay? And that happens by making decisions around where you need to take action towards the improvement of your quality of life. Okay, so overall energy for you, group 3, is this defensive energy. Why are we so fucking defensive and anxious? No judgment here. Trauma happens, life happens, shit just sometimes fucking happens, right? We have no control over anything outside of us ever, ever. Okay, we have only ever have control of ourselves. We are not in control of our environment externally. We are 100% in control of our internal environment. But right now, there's this fixation on the external environment that's creating this distortion and this illusion that you need to be like this, protecting yourself and defensive all the time, when that's not actually helpful or healthy. So let's look at mentally what's blocking you. The Wheel of Fortune, the 10, okay? So what is the guidance? The King of Wands. So what's blocking you in the mind is trusting, okay, that you have the power to make big changes in your life that do affect big people, that do affect the people in your reality. Because you are such a solid energy, okay, you intuitively know that whatever decisions you make is going to affect almost every single aspect of your life, because that's just the nature of your being. Anything that you make any kind of change towards, King of Wands, trusting your intuition, taking that action forward, letting your intuition speak loud and clear and taking aligned action to that, that's what turns the wheel in your favor. Okay, but because you have such this old, ancient, deep, strong, magnanimous, radiating energy, that when you make these changes and choices, even if it's a personal change that has nothing to do with, the people around you or the situations around you, any decisions you make for yourself is going to affect your external reality in a big way. The Wheel of Fortune is a big energy. The Mountain energy is a big energy. And because that, your decisions are going to affect, literally effect, not affect with an A, okay, where, there's like a temporary disruption and then everything goes back to the way it was. Effect with an E is when things change because of an action that has been created. Whether that's intentional or not, all actions have consequences. All, choices have, all actions have a reaction. All choices have consequences, okay? And because you are so wise and rooted and ancient within yourself, that whatever decisions you make are going to create changes in your outer reality that you have no control over, that you may not want to change. But sweetheart, you are not responsible for anything outside of you. You are only responsible for your inner landscape at all times. And when you stand in your power and your truth, that's when you truly become, this energy of king, of being empowered in your truth. It doesn't matter whether you are in a masculine body or a feminine body, but this is in the internal, okay? So this is an internal process right now of trusting your truth, of trusting your intuition, of just accepting, okay? Because the King of Wands is the energy of accepting your intuition, your inner knowing, okay? And then we go into the King of Swords, which is taking action on that inner knowing. But the King of Wands is about accepting this inner knowing that when you make decisions for yourself, it's going to create change in your outer reality, and there's nothing you can do about it. But the more you sit and don't let yourself make those changes, the more you are a disservice to yourself and to your environment, because you're not showing up as an authentic person. You're showing up as this frantic fucking mess when this isn't who you are. You're not this anxious, ADHD running all over the room, chicken head cut off, don't know what the hell's going on. This is not your energy. This is a distortion that has been created of your own resistance to accepting the power of your energy field and the power of the choices that you make, possibly more so than the collective whole. Okay. And then we look at the emotional block, and the emotional block is justice. Okay. So again, bleeding from the heart, because everything is connected, or bleeding from the mind, excuse me, everything is connected. 10, 11. It's like, that when you make these choices, it may not be fair to some people. It's probably the best thing for you. I mean, we always make the decisions that are best for us. At least that's the intention. That's the goal. You always want to be making decisions that are in your highest and best good, with consideration to the greater whole, right? But in making decisions, it's more than likely not going to be fair to someone or something. Okay, saying yes to something means saying no to something else. Saying no to something means saying yes. And so this is in the heart, meaning that you care. You care about, other people and their feelings, about keeping the peace, about keeping the harmony, about everyone being happy. But if you're a people pleaser, you are not in your power. If you're a people pleaser, you're a frantic fucking mess, because you are just anxious around how to please everybody all the time, but you're not responsible. Again, there's this big energy of Prince of swords. It's like, I want to take forward, and I want to take action, and I want to do what's right, and I'm ready. But the truth is, like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be making decisions for yourself first, and let the cards play out where they might. Everybody is responsible for their own lives and their own choices. And then we can communicate, if we are in a relationship with someone, if you have to make some decisions and choices that are going to affect your family and your spouse, then you definitely have a conversation. Don't just exclude people out of your life. But you ultimately do have to make the best decision for you. And, if your spouse doesn't like it, or your job doesn't like it, or it creates a separation because you decide to move to a different state, you decide on a new career, you decide on a new hobby, whatever it is, you decide to, to start wearing different kinds of clothes that might upset people, whatever it is, right? You're like, I just want to start wearing a kilt to work. And everybody's like, why are you wearing a skirt? And you're like, because I'm fucking Scottish and I want to wear a skirt to work. Okay, I don't know why that came through, but that's just an example of how, sometimes you make decisions for yourself that don't really have anything to do with other people. Like, it's nobody's fucking business if a man wants to wear a skirt, okay? Clothes don't have gender. But that's an example of how this justice, this energy card in the emotional heart, this people-pleasing energy, this addiction to people-pleasing is blocking you. And the guidance for that is the the Knight of Swords. Okay, taking that sword of truth and cutting through your own delusion and your own anxiety. Okay, just using one. You don't need 7. You just need 1 to cut through your own mental resistance to accept, okay, that you are not here to please the world. You are here to be a human and experience the majesty of beauty of life. Yes, you may be a leader. Yes, you may have all these responsibilities, but again, you got to put that oxygen mask on yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first. Okay. And then we have in the body, the victory card. 6 of Wands is about forward movement, moving forward with these decisions and choices, moving forward with the accepting that when you make these decisions and choices, some people are not going to like it. And you know what? Boo freaking fucking who. Here in the energy system, we have the emotions as the block. Okay. What is that telling me? You're not letting yourself feel your feelings, and it's creating this massive imprint. It's creating this imprint in your nervous system where you're just there's like just static interference from all of these feelings that you're not letting yourself feel because you're too busy thinking about everybody else instead of getting in touch with yourself. What was the guidance for this energy right here? The Six of Wands, the Hermit on the outside, okay? Meaning that you take, thank you, alarm, meaning that you take your own knowing and truth to move forward in your life. You're not sitting here, you're not in the internal space of looking within self. You are now taking your own inner wisdom and knowing because you are this ancient wise soul, and you are going to make changes and action towards forward movement in your life. You're like, I have looked at my lessons of people pleasing. I have looked at the beautiful gifts that all of these people have brought into my life. I accept that I am no longer growing and it's just keeping me in poverty. Okay, look at this man's robes. They're all tattered and torn. It doesn't look like he's had a haircut, or he just used a rusty old blade to cut that hair off. Okay, and he's looking off into the horizon where there's a full moon, and there's an egg with a snake. So it's like, it's time for you to step out of the inner knowing and use your wisdom to execute effective change. Okay, this came out for the nervous system, the moon card. Okay, you got to feel your feelings. And what is the guidance for feeling your feelings? Another sword energy, excuse me, this one, taking action in the external. There's a lot of energy here around moving that energy within you, that anxious, frantic, nervous, scattered, convoluted, people-pleasing addiction, over, concern, that's coming from a place of woundedness. If you are hyper focused on the outcome, okay, that means that you have wounds around confidence, around worthiness, around value, around esteem. This is not your fault. There's no shaming and blaming or judgment here. It's simply saying, when you are hyper focused on something externally, okay, you are distracting yourself from what's going on internally, whether that's through food, addiction to food, movies, booze, smoke, tarot readings, work, busyness. That's something that I had to work through for a while, that I'm still working on, being addicted to busyness. It's like all of this external stuff is a big fucking distraction from being within self. But you have already taken the time to sit within self. You already know your truth, okay? And now it's time for you to look forward into life and say, where am I not letting myself feel my feelings? And how has me not feeling my feelings, being too much in my mental energy, created this frantic energy that just wants to go do, when the truth is, I just need to take slow, steady, calculated steps to just do what is best for me with the highest love and consideration for the people in my life. And I am not responsible for the actions and the reactions of those around me. Okay, group 3. So let's read number 36 in the book. What does it have to say? Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. Okay. This card bids you to differentiate between what is passing and what is enduring. Okay. A useful approach is to let your thoughts and emotions arise and dissipate like clouds passing through the sky. Thoughts and emotions tend to occupy the forefront of your mind, okay? Thoughts and emotions. Yet they actually arise and dissipate quickly, if you witness them without indulging them, right? That's what this energy is saying. Witness, observe, assess. You don't need to take action right now. Okay. Then your mind will quiet. Okay. Okay. The horse isn't just going to be rearing all the time. Okay. Eventually it's just going to, put the legs down and calm down. And once your heart feels clear and calmer, consider your beliefs in regards to your current situation or circumstances without judging or questioning them. Okay? Give less attention to the mind and more attention to the facts. Okay? Allow yourself to become the witness of your own inner strength and deep well of knowing and inner standing. Nurture your physical body and look at how your societal, relational, and physical structures either support you and your thriving being or play a disadvantageous role in your life. Look again at your thoughts and emotions as related to your external circumstances and ask yourself what you can and cannot change about yourself, your capabilities, and your limitations in a particular situation. Then when you are in a receptive mood, explore your true beliefs. Then take action towards executing your inner truth independent of the imprints of your external circumstances and environment. Confirming all that. You are not responsible for the external, only for yourself. So let's get one final message of love from your body through the well-being deck. Okay. I am a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. You are so much more than the physical body you have come to know as you. You are source energy focused on the leading edge of thought. In this powerful now, eternal now moment, you hold and are the key to allowing the source that is you to flow. Tap into movement, meditation, reflection, stillness, and nourishing the body with healthy living food and water, so to improve your emotional state of being. As you feel better, you allow more of the connection to source energy to flow through you. And in this way, you become the master of the physical body and realize that everything is always working for the highest good and benefit of all beings. Well, group 3, that was your reading. Okay, it's time to be victorious in your own life, to feel your feelings. I have a little mini master course that is available called Emotional Mastery Toolkit, where I share with you a guided meditation on how to reconnect with your different emotions and welcome them into your heart, as well as 3 integrative practices for that emotional body as well. And I will put the link to that in the description box below. Okay. So cultivate that emotional awareness, let the mind and that anxiety go, because you are ancient and eternal and deep. And when you are really tapped into the safety of your body, your inner standing, your clear embodied awareness of the eternalness, okay, right? Of the eternalness of your being, okay? When you take care of yourself, you Allow that source energy that is you to flow effortlessly through you. And you realize that everything is always working for the highest good of all beings, and you are only ever responsible for yourself. Thank you so much, Group 3, for being here. If these messages resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment below. Let me know what you felt and thought through this reading. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again for being here. And until we meet again, mwah, love and blessings.